as the players make their way to the halfway line here in South London, and Saints looking to stretch their unbeaten run to 4 games. Palace looking for a 4th home win of the season. Fantastic tight stadium. Saints immediately have a throw that Perrault won, deep in Palace territory, attacking in the sunshine. That goal with all the Palace fans banked up behind it. Go to the near post, of course. Joachim Andersen wins the first header from that defensive set piece, and then it comes back out to Salisu. Perrault gets a good cross in, and Guaita in the end, he just has to tip it over the crossbar. I'm not sure it could have curled into the net the way it was going, but Guaita wasn't taking any chances, and Saints have started well here, and they're starting with a set-piece corner for James Ward-Prowse out on the far side. Can Ward-Prowse take advantage? Into the near post, flicked on! Guaita saves it in the end and makes up for his earlier error. It was definitely goal-bound for Saints, and that was a great early chance. Not sure who got the final touch, but either way, Guaita brought into action in the second minute of the game here. Schlupp knocks Diallo off the ball. The clearance goes up from Lianco, headed back towards the Saints penalty area. Might come down for Edouard. He plays it cleverly. Brilliant from Eze. Finds Zaha in the box. Narrow angle right across the 6-yard area, and somehow no one got a touch in a red and blue shirt, and somehow it missed the far post. Eze's genius set that up, and Zaha was close.
Yeah, and that I think that's the combination we need to be aware of at for the moment, because that has happened a few times first. I mean, it hasn't led to anything before now.
When it's like this, you want your goalkeeper to be dominant, to make the defenders feel better, give some confidence to his back four. I want him to come off that line and gather whenever he can.
Yeah, and he did. And you wonder what's going on here. It is.
Now that one's curled down the side. No flag up against Shea Adams as he beaten the offside trap. Back comes Anderson. Shea Adams looks up, wants to get the shot away. He's got support, but he curls it onto the post, and it bounces off the post and comes out this. Then the linesman puts the flag up. Half the Palace fans ironically cheer, but most people boo. I mean, he started that run 10 yards inside his own half. Why is the flag going up on the edge of the penalty area for a start? That offside, if it's offside, that's about 2 yards inside the Palace half, not where the linesman's
I don't know what the linesman is doing. Initially, I thought that was I think this would have gone to VAR. If Shea Adams had scored, I think it would have stood.
Now, the ball comes down for Shea Adams, I think. Yeah, and then it's given away as the bodies collide in the middle of the park. Suddenly Palace are 20 yards from goal again, and Eze wants to shoot again, and this one goes wide of the post. This time Bazunu didn't get a touch, and Zaha shrugged his shoulders to say to Eberechi, Eze, why don't you give it to me this time? But he didn't. I personally thought it was enough. It had opened up enough for him to justify having the shot from where he was. No one's closed him down. They're all standing there in front of him. The difference between these two attacking teams is stark. Saints have hardly created anything or worried Palace's defence, whereas Palace have given Saints the heebie-jeebies on Halloween weekend for the first half an hour. Right, yellow card comes out for Lianco this time. Him and Elianusi. Lianco saying it's not my fault, Gurr. Pompey have equalised against Shrewsbury 1-1 through Zach Swanson. Lianco goes in the book. Now, here's a yellow card for Zaha.
Yeah, he's given it because he kicked out against Lianco afterward.
As Anderson plays a long ball forward, Edouard gets the flick on, it's brilliant. Elise came off the wing, he's done well to poke it back. Here's Edouard, 1-0 Palace, and then the flag goes up, does it? It does, I think. Offside against Hudson Edouard. That's another warning for Southampton, because the way Palace just played forward right through the heart of Southampton's team to Edouard was almost too easy. The question is, can that actually help Saints to have a little bit of a spell where they're not rushing back towards their own penalty area every 30 seconds? Because at the moment it's been tough for them, and Lianco's been robbed by Zaha, no fouls, and the Zaha plays it to Mitchell. Elianusi falls over, Mitchell squares it, Edouard scores, Bazunu can't stop that one, and Palace finally breach the Southampton defence, and they have the lead. You can't argue with the scoreline, really. Edouard's third of the season, the cross from the left. It was Lianco done by Zaha on halfway that set it up, but Palace have breached the Saints defence for the first time, finally, with 7 minutes to half-time. Remember, they've already got 8 points from losing positions out of their 12 in the table.
Yeah, they started quite good and more confident on the ball this time, and And you need that in the Premier League. You need to be able to keep the ball. If you can't keep it, you are going to be punished, and that's what Palace did first half.
Well, let me tell you two things about Palace. They're the only team who've rescued more points than the Saints so far, 9, but also they've given away more than anyone from leading positions apart from Leicester. And now Adams is in to try and end that lead, and it's saved by Guaita, and he should have done better. There's another Shea Adams situation. He's been threaded through by his captain. He's got time to take a touch, and he's hit it at the goalkeeper, not either side of him. He hasn't done him with his eyes, and Guaita's made the save. I think that was a great chance. Now Ward-Prowse caught in possession by Eze. He's guilty of it, and then it's an absolute let-off for Saints, thankfully, because Eze passes it. Shanetta Sarr reads it, intercepts it, keeps going, the Croatian. He gets it to Shea Adams, and he says to them, play it left. Here's Stuart Armstrong, narrow angle, fires it against the post. It comes back off Joel Ward and goes out for a corner.
Good quick attack. And
was that Armstrong's best option though? Should he not have either cut in on his right foot and had a go, or played it across the penalty area?
It's set up for him to have a shot, and I think it's the right way to go on the outside there.
Both Armstrong's efforts from a narrow angle on this left-hand side. Here comes the corner from James Ward-Prowse. Comes into the back post, and it drifts past the back post, and everybody hands on heads in the Saints technical area. Ooh. And that's a goal kick for Palace. Salisu arguing with something about Milivojevic. He's saying it should be a corner. Guaita plays it out, puts pressure on Mitchell. Mitchell hits it against Elyounoussi, and then he does it again, and then the back heel from Adams sets Aribo up edge of the box, needs to get the shot away. Here comes Shea Adams this time, and again he's hit it straight at the goalkeeper. Save from Guaita, yes, low to his left, but Shea Adams has to bury one of those two chances, and that one was gilt-edged. From Perot to Shea Adams again, he squares it to Ward-Prowse. He might pull the trigger, it's just wide, and that wasn't far off from 25 yards. He knows that was close to Guaita's right-hand post. Another chance for Saints, and again, lovely work in the build-up from Shea Adams and Romain Perot, and Ward-Prowse just pulled his right foot across the ball a bit too much. Elise's got past Ward-Prowse. Gineppo can't bring him down, he tried. Still going Elise. Zaha living off the shoulder of Maitland-Niles inside. He's got Ayew running as well. Ayew in the box, should be 2-0. Ayew squares it towards Zaha, but Maitland-Niles was waiting for the ball, and that's a massive opportunity missed by Palace. And Jairo Riedewald waiting to come on, and the coaches for Palace telling Ayew to get on with getting back on side as Saints carry on playing. If they can score while they're warming Riedewald up, it will make it a real chance for Vieira to wonder what he's doing, whether he's doing the right thing. Now, good work from Shanetta Sarr in front of Zaha. He's complaining. Can Saints score late and nick a point here? 6 minutes to go. Gineppo driving towards the penalty. Oh, he could have had a shot with his right foot, possibly looking to curl it. He didn't. Saints are being patient. Are they too patient? Here comes Aribo on the right, looking to get a dozy in on the byline. Pulls it back, deflects off Guaita. Nobody racing in a blue shirt to pick up that ball that was bouncing out of the box, and eventually thrashed away by Palace and out for a throw-in by halfway. Yeah, here comes the Palace change.
And that's the problem, Adam. We play down the Gineppo, plays it inside. We go down the other side with Joe Aribo, and Edosi comes through, puts a hard cross in that the keeper has left, but there's only Shea Adams in there.
And they're taking about a minute to take the corner for a start off. We've had 6 minutes of the 5. Referee says that's it. Relief around Selhurst Park for the home side, who were outplayed in the second half by Southampton. But if you do not take your chances in the Premier League, you cannot win matches.